What's up, guys? Welcome to another Saturday Q&A. As always, we are taking them straight off the phone. If you've watched these for any length of time, you know that I just post a prompt on my Instagram, and we come in here and we just knock them out straight off the phone. So have a lot of fun doing these. If you want your question answered, be sure to keep an eye out for my Instagram and get it in next time you see the prompt. But without further ado, let's hop into these. Okay, that's a good one. Why don't you ever train in hoodies? Because I live in Houston, Texas, and it is 100 degrees 9 months out of the year. Maybe not 9 months out of the year, but yeah, it's really hot where I live. And, we keep the gym like 78 degrees. So never in a setting where I want to be in a hoodie. Did I go to college? Just so, how did you follow a meal plan and make chicken/rice in a dorm? I did go to college, graduated from Texas A&M with a degree in economics. I also did college both in a dorm my freshman year and then like in a house my next 3 years. So, the year that I was in a dorm, I would do whey protein and oats for breakfast. I had a little ninja in my room, so I'd blend and drink that on the way to class. Next meal, I would typically do another oats and whey meal. Following that, I would go to the cafeteria. I had a meal plan. There was like a hibachi-esque place that I'd pretty much eat every single day. And that was, just like chicken and rice with some veggies. Pre-training, I would go back to that meal hall and eat, chicken and rice or, cereal and something else. Post-training, I would do carbolin and whey protein. So right now, outside of like a cafeteria meal plan, you need a tub of carbolin, a tub of whey protein, and oats, and a ninja. I know we're getting really advanced here. After I trained, there was like this place like across from the gym. It was like a school restaurant. It was kind of like a knockoff Chipotle. So I typically get a bowl from there. It was on the meal plan with the swipes. If I used all my swipes for the special food like that was, went back to the dining hall again, ate a meal, and then on my way out from the dining hall, because the year I was at a dorm, I went to school in Boston, and it was fucking cold all year long. Typically stuck like a couple muffins and some pieces of fruit and something to make up 100 grams worth of carbs for my last meal, and I just would eat that in my dorm. So that's what I did when I was in a dorm. When I was in a house, that's no different than it is whenever you're, living life normally. If money's super tight, I'd encourage you to look into a membership store. You don't have to buy the membership, find someone that has one. It is very, very, very cheap to eat the way you need to for bodybuilding. My experience has been that the expense that people are not willing to put out there is the expense of their time. It just takes time to actually do it. So, anyways, moving on from that one. Good question. Next time in Pittsburgh. Next time I'll be in Pittsburgh will hopefully be for the Pittsburgh Pro next year because they have the top 5 at the Olympia, I suppose, every year, and I'm planning on being in that again. Your estimated/target competitive weight for the Olympia this year. Last year we were 256. Want to be in considerably better shape than I was last year, but I also have put on quite a bit of tissue since then. If I had to throw a number out there, I'd say between 264 and 266 on the day of the show. How do you deal with feeling hungry during prep? Kill time? Question mark. Um, it's that's a universal truth of prep. If you're in a deficit, you're going to be hungry. The farther you get into prep, the bigger that deficit gets, and the leaner you get, the more hungry you're going to get. That being said, what can we do to alleviate it? You hit the nail on the head with the kill time. In my experience, the worst thing that you can do is just be like sitting at home, staring at the clock, waiting for it to be time to eat again. It makes it miserable. It makes it like a very unhealthy relationship with food. It's just not a good thing. Go out, do things, do chores around the house, hang out with a friend, read a book, do something. Don't just sit there. Outside of that, a couple tricks that I have found that have really helped me are seltzer waters or carbonated water, something that's really bubbly and that takes up a lot of stomach volume. And it's a drink. On the other side of the coin, something you can eat. Like obviously your really leafy, voluminous vegetables. With the main caveat, be careful you don't eat too much because they're high in fiber and they can actually impact you and stop you up. They can also make you very gassy. So, I mean, outside of just sacking up and dealing with it, those are two of the things that I like to do when I'm hungry and prep. This is a good one. Why isn't pork used that often as a protein source? For me personally, and I haven't looked into this too much. I don't know like the fat content of a pork tenderloin versus a like a steak tenderloin or a chicken breast. But for me personally, I believe pork's just a fattier meat than steak or chicken. Like I said, haven't looked into that one. Don't know for sure. What I do know for sure though is pork is a filthy animal. Most of the pork that you'll find in supermarkets, if you put it under a microscope, there is some kind of like parasite or worm or some kind of bacteria floating around in it. So it really grosses me out. I think it's a great way to get a foodborne parasite. That's why I don't eat pork, and I feel like that's why most people who know what they're doing nutrition wise don't eat pork. If you like pork, don't take offense to that. I like bacon. Um, this is a good one. How do you keep your skin so clean? This is a good one. Might have to do a Tuesday tip on this one. But so skin cleanliness comes down to a couple things for my book. The biggest ones being don't be a gross fucking shower. I shower before I go to the gym. I shower as soon as I can after the gym, and then I shower when I get up in the mornings typically. If you're a bigger guy or girl, if you're sweating a lot, if you live somewhere where it's humid, your skin's producing a lot of oil, you're sweating a lot, your pores are going to get clogged. If you don't take showers regularly, you're going to break out. It is what it is. Second thing is, and this is on the chemical side of things, and that is do your best to manage stable blood levels with everything that you are taking. Your aromatase inhibitors, your androgens, like literally everything that you take, do your best to look into the half-lives of them and dose them in a way that maintains a stable blood level. Typically, anytime my skin does get bad, it's during a period where I'm hormonally changing. I'm either, transitioning into a health phase slash TRT phase, or I'm ramping up for an off season or transitioning into a prep. So whenever your hormones are like this, that you'll typically have a hormonal based breakout. So, do your best, do your research, take your things in a manner in which it maintains stable blood levels. Still like one or two more, and then we'll call it. This is a good one. Favorite brand of machine? Hands down, bar none, out of everything that's still being made right now, it's the Prime Fitness stuff. They are the most biomechanically correct machines to me. They are the most customizable in terms of resistance pattern slash load pattern. And they're just made very, very, very well. Have quite a bit of Prime out in our gym. Been beating up on it for a year now. Everything looks like we just got it yesterday, so can't say enough good things about Prime. As far as stuff that's not made anymore, I'm a huge fan of, the plate-loaded Nautilus stuff. I'm a huge fan of the old Bodymaster stuff. I'm a huge fan of the old Cybex stuff. So those are typically pretty decent pieces of equipment. So let's do one more, and then we will call this. It's a great one. $1 million or one Olympia. One Olympia, don't even have to think about it. Like, bleh. $1 million, money will come, money will go. I have not a doubt in my mind I'll be able to make that one happen, regardless of whether or not I was bodybuilding or not. An Olympia title, there are 16 men in the history of bodybuilding that have done that. And, when you do win, you are the best bodybuilder on the face of the planet for a year. And that's something money can't buy. So, yeah. On that note, we will end. Thanks all for watching. If you enjoyed this, be sure to subscribe. Doing our best to put one out every Saturday. Doing our best to put out a Tuesday tip every Tuesday, and then bringing y'all really regular, long form content about the Olympia prep and everything else we have going on here right now. It's definitely an exciting time. But anyways, appreciate y'all following along. See you next time.